quickly, without thinking, who are your top favorite actors of all time? And I don't want you to think, just name off some names.
Few directors have shaped modern cinema as profoundly as Steven Spielberg. From the thrilling adventure of Indiana Jones to the haunting realism of Schindler's List, his storytelling has captured the imagination of generations. But beyond his own directorial prowess, Spielberg is also an ardent cinephile, a filmmaker whose appreciation of Hollywood's golden era runs deep. When reflecting on the finest talents to ever grace the silver screen, Spielberg has identified a select group who, in his view, epitomize the essence of great acting. These individuals not only shaped the cinematic landscape of their time, but also left an enduring impact on the craft itself. They defined heroism, romance, comedy, and drama with a level of sophistication that set the benchmark for future generations. Their performances remain as compelling today as they were decades ago, a testament to their extraordinary talent and enduring legacy.
Spencer Tracy.
Spielberg's reverence for Spencer Tracy is unsurprising. A two-time Academy Award winner, Tracy was known for his remarkable naturalism, his ability to disappear into roles with an ease that belied the intensity beneath.
Performance in Boys Town. I'm very happy to congratulate you. Thank you, Sir Cedric.
His performances in Captains Courageous and Boys Town earned him back-to-back Oscars, but it was his late career turn in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner that cemented his legacy. Tracy was the kind of actor who never looked like he was acting, Spielberg noted in a conversation with fellow director Stanley Kubrick. He had this honesty, this incredible truth in his performances. You never saw the technique, and yet he could break your heart with just a look. Tracy's ability to command the screen came from an internal power, rather than showy theatrics. He often worked with a quiet intensity, allowing emotion to simmer just below the surface until it erupted in moments of stunning authenticity. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Tracy was never one for flamboyance. His performances were defined by restraint and subtlety, making them all the more impactful. His collaboration with Katharine Hepburn across multiple films also demonstrated his ability to balance strength with vulnerability, a trait that made him unforgettable.
Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda, often cast as the embodiment of American idealism, was another of Spielberg's greats. His role in The Grapes of Wrath, where he played Tom Joad, a man struggling to survive during the Great Depression, remains one of the most affecting performances in cinema history.
Wherever there's a fight so hungry people can eat, I'll be there.
Fonda had an incredible dignity to him, Spielberg once said. He could stand in the center of a frame and command the entire scene without saying a word. Whether as the stalwart juror in 12 Angry Men or the reluctant gunfighter in My Darling Clementine, Fonda carried with him a rare moral gravity. His performances resonated because they were deeply human. He played men of principle, but never in a way that felt sanctimonious or exaggerated. His quiet resolve made him a compelling screen presence, and his piercing blue eyes conveyed a depth of emotion that made his characters feel real. Fonda's legacy is one of conviction and integrity, traits that Spielberg has always admired in his own storytelling.
Jimmy Stewart.
If there was ever an actor who personified the American everyman, it was James Stewart. His collaborations with Alfred Hitchcock, particularly Rear Window and Vertigo, revealed a darker complexity behind his folksy charm, while It's a Wonderful Life remains a quintessential example of cinematic storytelling at its finest. Stewart had that unique ability to be both vulnerable and strong at the same time, Spielberg reflected. You believed him, you felt for him, he made you want to be a better person.
I wish I had $1 million.
Stewart's ability to transition seamlessly between light-hearted comedies and psychological thrillers is a testament to his immense talent. He brought sincerity to every role, ensuring that audiences connected with him no matter the genre. His performances with Hitchcock exposed a side of him that had previously been untapped. He was no longer just the affable leading man, but a complex, layered performer capable of conveying obsession, fear, and moral ambiguity. Spielberg's admiration for Stewart is rooted in this versatility, recognizing the way he could evoke deep emotion with the subtlest of gestures.
Cary Grant.
Where Stewart brought vulnerability, Cary Grant exuded effortless charm.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
Listen, Walter, please. The paper's going to have to get along without me.
Handsome, debonair, and always impeccably dressed, Grant was the epitome of the classic leading man. From the screwball comedies of Bringing Up Baby and the Philadelphia Story to Hitchcock's North by Northwest, Grant was the ultimate matinee idol. Grant could do anything, Spielberg once said. He could make you laugh, make you cry, make you believe in romance. He had this lightness of touch that was absolutely masterful. Grant's ability to blend humor with sophistication made him one of the most beloved stars of his era. His impeccable comic timing and effortless delivery of dialogue made even the most complex scripts seem natural. He was also a master of physical comedy, unafraid to use his body to enhance a performance. Yet, despite his charm and wit, he was also capable of dramatic depth, as seen in some of his later work. Grant remains a symbol of Hollywood's golden age, an actor whose presence alone elevated any film he was in.
Clark Gable.
No list of Golden Age legends would be complete without Clark Gable. With his signature roguish charm and undeniable screen presence, Gable was, quite simply, a star.
This is Charles Hamilton.
Mrs. Hamilton is in mourning, Captain Butler, but I'm sure any of our Atlanta belles would be proud to.
Dr. Meade.
His turn as Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind remains one of the most iconic performances in cinematic history. There was something larger than life about Gable, Spielberg remarked. He wasn't just an actor, he was a symbol of an era, of masculinity, of Hollywood itself. Gable's charisma was unparalleled. He embodied a rugged masculinity that resonated with audiences, making him one of the most bankable stars of his time. Yet beneath his commanding presence lay a nuanced actor capable of vulnerability and depth. His chemistry with leading ladies, particularly Vivien Leigh and Jean Harlow, remains the stuff of legend. Gable wasn't just the king of Hollywood in title, he earned it through performances that still captivate audiences today. Spielberg's selections are more than just a roll call of great performances. They represent an era of filmmaking where storytelling was paramount, and actors became immortal through their craft. Each of these men brought something unique to the screen: Tracy's authenticity, Fonda's moral depth, Stewart's emotional resonance, Grant's effortless charm, and Gable's commanding presence. It is telling that when Stanley Kubrick heard Spielberg's list, he responded with a challenge. Where's James Cagney?
He stopped me. He said, okay, where was James Cagney on that list? And I didn't have it. I thought, well, he's up there high. I said, but he's not in the top 5.
It was a valid question. Cagney, known for his electrifying energy in films like White Heat, could certainly have earned a place among the greats. But Spielberg was unwavering in his choices. For him, these 5 actors stood apart, their influence felt in every frame of film that followed. In an era where Hollywood is increasingly dominated by spectacle and special effects, Spielberg's reverence for these actors serves as a reminder of the power of performance. They were giants in their time, and their work remains as vital and compelling today as it was decades ago. As Spielberg himself put it, great acting is timeless. These men proved that.